Hi, it's Lisa, and this is the first of 3 videos in which I'll go over the SQL practice environments we're going to use in class. Specifically in this video, I'm going to cover W3schools, starting with this one because it's the easiest to use, it's the most intuitive, but we will eventually cover 3 different SQL practice environments, including W3schools, DB Fiddle, and then Microsoft SQL Server. But again, this video covers W3schools. So W3schools has been around quite a while. It's been running since 1998 and it's still 100% free without any paywall, which is quite amazing. There's no setup, it's online. There are interactive tutorials, so you can get in and edit the code and run the code, change it as you like. And it comes with a simple database. It's clean and pretty intuitive. So over here you can see the different tables. So we start with this because it's just easy to use, and W3schools, if you've never come across it, it's again been around for a long time, so it's got a fairly solid track record and it covers a number of different languages. So first, if you come to W3schools here, excuse me, you'll see that I'm already on the SQL page, but I would start here at the home page and go to tutorials, and you can see there's a lot of different languages. I'm going to go to Learn SQL, and then from here, really in any of these different tutorial topics, and I'll just pick this first one, syntax. When I scroll down, eventually I'm going to come to these try it yourself demonstrations. They've got this green button here. And these are the interactive tutorials, but really they all pretty much go to the same place. They open up, you can see this environment where you've got your tables, your database, and your database is basically a collection of related tables. And then you've got this area here where you can practice writing the code. So they'll give you a sample bit of code based on whatever topic they were introducing, but you can change it to absolutely anything you want. You're really just always querying that same database. Okay, so let's say that I want to run this and just see what it shows me. I've got select all from customers. I'm going to run. The results show down here. So this is all the different customers. You can see there's 91, which matches what's over here in the database. But I can change this to whatever I'd like. I'm also going to move the code around so it's a little easier to read. So in a select statement, you have the keyword select. This star represents the fields you want. Since I'm using star, that means all the fields. And then I have from, and then whatever table I want. So this is customers, but let me try products instead. And I'll run this, and there are the products down below. And you can see it says 77, which is indeed the number of products over here. Now, if I want to just do a select, I don't have to type it. I could click these, like I can click on orders and see orders, employees and see employees, go back to products if I like. So I can do that pretty easily, but I can also type. Just so you know, when you click on this, it's going to put these square brackets around the table. They're not required unless your table is multiple words with a space, which I don't recommend, and you're not creating and naming tables anyways, so you don't need to worry about it. But in other words, you could get rid of them if you'd like, and it wouldn't make any difference. So what I'd like you to do is to set up a query and then take a screenshot, and that's what you're going to submit for your W3schools setup assignment. And what I want you to do specifically is a query on the products table. So make sure you've got that there. You can try typing it. But I'm going to have you change the results here. So right now we're showing all the fields. The fields are basically these columns, right? So product ID, product name, supplier ID, category ID, unit, and price. But instead of all of them, we're going to show just a couple. So I'm going to move this down just so it's a little easier. And instead of star, I'm going to have you change this to product ID, product name. I'm going to spell these verbatim the same, and then price. So we'll run this, and now you can see there's just 3 fields. And then I want you to add something more. So we're going to add order by. And order by are the keywords you use to sort. And we're going to order by the product name. By default, if you simply say order by product, any field like product name, it's going to sort it ascending, in other words, A to Z. And we'll run this and I'll show you. And so you can see now the products that start with the letter A are first and then B, etc. But you can do it descending as well. So if you do descending, you add this keyword DESC, and you can see now we're starting with Z and going backwards. I can explicitly say ASC, and you can see it really does the same thing, but I can also leave that out because by default it will sort ascending. Another thing to know too, I put these words in capital letters here, but you're welcome to use lowercase letters. It's no longer necessary to do uppercase. You can use code editors that will basically change your code if you like the uppercase from lowercase to uppercase. Further, uppercase was developed at a time when your environments, your coding environments were basically black and white. And so it was very difficult to differentiate keywords from, in this case, fields, right? But now we have color-coded editors, so it's a lot easier. So you're welcome to make all of these lowercase letters. So I didn't have to type order by in capitals. I could type order by in lowercase letters. It would still turn blue to indicate that these are keywords, and when I run it, it works the same. Okay, so that's what I'd like you to do. A SQL statement, so this whole thing is one statement. I'm going to put a semicolon on the end to say I'm done with that statement. Just showing these three fields. This is on the products table, right? So it's from the products table. And I'd like you to put an order by on product name, so it sorts these products alphabetically. Then I want you to do a screenshot, and I want you to make sure that your screenshot includes all of the SQL and some of the records down here below. So make sure and I could probably redo this and scroll up just a little bit and make sure you get that in there. So let me redo this. So again, I've got the SQL statements and a little bit of the results here, and then I'm going to go ahead and save this screenshot here with the keywords w3schools, so I know that that's the w3schools environment. Then I'm going to go back to the assignments and find the setup number 1 w3schools assignment. I won't click on there and show you, but you know how this works. Click on this assignment, click the submit button, and then attach your screenshot file. So I've got a copy of your code and I can take a look. That's it for this video.